Okay, all right. So, continuing now. Um, you can see here the differences between these two. You can see that this guy's missing parentheses and he has parentheses. What's happening here is that the center is actually just 0, 0 because you're not adjusting on the x or y coordinate. So our center is here. Okay. Now you'll notice that the a is actually the bigger of the a squared is bigger than the b squared. So this is actually our a squared, and that's our b squared. And a is actually 8. Okay, so what this means then is that from the center, we're going to move 8 units. Okay, 8 units. So a squared equals 64. You won't have to do this ever again. I just want to show you that. You're taking the square root of these values below the coordinates. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 this way. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And then we're going to do that with the b, and the square root of that one is actually 5. So our b is actually 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that actually is enough to graph the general structure. So you just want to make sure you just kind of come around, and I'm sick, so I don't want to hear it. It's not bad, not bad. Okay, but what we do then is if you want the vertices and the co-vertices, you're going to have to find those points. Now there's 2 vertices, and those are on the major axis, and the major axis is the longest one. And so since we're going 8 this direction, we have vertices at 8, 0, and -8, 0. Okay, so once you get the graph, these are actually quite easy to find. If you try to do these mentally, it can be very hard. You try to kind of juggle all things, especially if your center is off of the origin. Okay. Now the foci have to be along the major axis here. Okay. Now what you do for the foci is you use this little mini equation here to actually find out how far away from the center on the major axis your foci is. So what you do is you take this little piece here, all right, and c squared equals a squared minus b squared. Okay, so c squared equals 64 minus 25. Man, I do not trust myself to do this. 39. All right, so we got the square root of 39. Okay, square root of 39 is 6 point something. Okay, now let me find out exactly what that is. Square root of 39. Okay, 6.24. Okay, now what this means is from the center, okay, we're going to go 6.24. I can't hardly see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a quarter, and then 6 and a quarter over here. 3, 3. All right, so those right there, that is the foci. All right, this part right here and this part right here. So this means your foci was at 6.240, because remember it's on the x axis, it's on the major axis, and then negative 6.240. Okay, those are where the foci are. Okay. All right, and that's all that you needed for this one. So now the center has switched. Okay, we only got 3 here. We're going to move around now for a positive 5 and a negative 2. So positive 5, negative 2. And positive 5, negative 2 here. All right. And notice, though, that the smaller number is here. This is actually the b, right? And that is the a squared. What's happened is that the larger number is a. Okay, now up here, if you notice, the larger number has to be a. Okay, so that's why we are going to label this as an a squared and this kind of b squared. Now I can find the foci since I know that right now, but let's go ahead and just get the vertices going here. I'm going to go on the 3 on the x-axis. So by x-axis, what I mean is I'm going horizontally, right to left. So I'm seeing that this is a b of 3 and this is a of 6. Remember, I'm taking the square root. So 3 on the x coordinates, and then 6 on the y. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got our little ellipse here. Okay, and just remember that our major axis has the focus. So that is the major axis now. Okay, so this means the vertices are here and here. Okay, co-vertices are here and here. And the foci is going to be from the center along here. All right. So let's figure out what that is. We'll figure. First of all, let's go ahead and label what this is. This is what 5, 5, 4, and then 5, negative 8. Co-vertices are going to be negative 2. But here's positive 2 and 6 more. Okay. All right. So so foci. We got to go to this formula here, and we've got 36 minus 9, and that's what, 25? Yeah, 25. So that means C is 5. So that means we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are actually right there. Oh man, why did I say that? It's 27. That's stupid. Let's go to 27. 5.2. Okay, it looked too close. That's why I knew something was up. So 5.2. No, it's actually a little closer. So 5.2. So this means then that our foci, our x coordinate, is at 5, and then we've got a 5.2 up. So what is that? That's 1, 2, 3. There's a couple different ways that we can write this, right? So we went up 5.2. So this means that our coordinate there is actually not 5.2, but a 3.2, because we're already 2 down below, right? What some people do is they will, here, I'll write it in just a second, but where are we at in time? Oh, 8 minutes, shoot. Okay, 3.2. And then the other guy is, we're going to add 5.2 to the negative 2. So that would give us 5. And then we've got, we're going to add 5.2 to the negative 2, going downwards. So that's negative 7.2. Okay, so you just want that coordinate right there. All right, so quickly, this guy means that we're going to go x negative 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that is the center. We're going to go 2 wide. And, oops, sorry, that's 3. And then 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 9. All right, so, all right, something like that. All right, for all intents and purposes, many times that's all you got to do. But you know, you'd label these, so center, vertices, co-vertices, no problem. But what I want to do, I'll just focus on the focus actually. So c squared equals 81 minus 4. So c equals the square root of 70. Why can't I do this? 77. So square root of 77 is 8.7, so that's roughly around 8.8. Okay. Remember, he's on the major axes, not the minor. And if it was the minor, 8.8 would have taken us way off of outside of the ellipse, and that just can't happen. You got to be on the inside. 8.8 is like really close to the edge. 8.8 is really close to the edge. And since you're at 0, looks like your foci is going to be, where are we at? How far are we? 7, -7, and then 8.8 up, and then 8.8 down. Okay. All right, and then the covertices and vertices center is all labeled here. That should be no problem. All right, that's it.